Hey there, lovely art friends. Welcome back to Home of Ren. I'm Ren, and in today's video is a bit of a heart-to-heart about something that's near and dear to every artist's journey. Why it's crucial to embrace the process of making what some might call bad art in our sketchbooks. So today, grab your sketchbook, your favorite art supplies. I know I'm going to be grabbing my sketchbook and diving in today. Let's get into it. I know it might sound a bit counterintuitive at first, I should say. I mean, I know we all want to, as artists, when we sit down to make these jaw-dropping, these beautiful pieces of artwork. I mean, even in our sketchbooks. And our sketchbooks are really a place to get messy. Trust me, there is magic in the messiness and beauty in the imperfections of making bad art. So today I really wanted to talk to you a bit about that, because our sketchbook is a place to really enjoy and really play. I think play is such an important part, a really important part, and not only important in the fact of, oh yeah, I gotta get this done, and I have to do this because it's such a crucial step in the art process. No, but I think it's an important part in your creative flow, in sitting down and just letting those creative juices come to you and really shutting down your mind for at least 5 minutes and just being free in that moment. So our sketchbook, like I said, is a place to play. And I wanted to just share some of my thoughts and to really give you permission, to give myself permission to create bad art. And it's really not about the destination. It's about really the unexpected discoveries when we make bad art, when we make things that we may not like so much. And I think making mistakes is such a pivotal point to discovering our creative process, to discovering what supplies we like, to discovering different things about composition and layering different techniques that we like in our artwork. So the number one reason that I think it's really important to make quote-unquote bad art in our sketchbook is really for an opportunity for learning and growth. You know, each time we sit down with our sketchbook, I think sometimes we bring our expectations with us. And when things don't turn out the way that we want it, we believe that we failed. But I think each failure, you can flip that failure on its head and make it into a teachable moment. You can look at maybe where you did fail, maybe something didn't turn out like you pictured it in your mind. And it can really be an opportunity to teach you about your technique, your composition, or even your personal artistic preferences, just how you like to make art. And I think embracing these experiences can just accelerate your growth as an artist and just give you some pointers to take into your next sketchbook session. Another reason why I think it's important to make bad art in our sketchbook, and why I think your sketchbook really is the place to make bad art, is to overcome perfectionism. Now, I know as artists, we really want to make beautiful art that everyone loves and that we love most of all, and that can lead us into perfectionism. But perfectionism is really a significant obstacle for artists. It leads to a creative block. It leads to a lot of self-doubt in our art, and that leads us to building up a wall or a barrier that keeps us away from diving back into our art. So I think in your sketchbook, giving yourself a chance to make that art, you know what? Get your sketchbook, sit down and just say, you know what? I'm going to make something ugly today. I'm going to make something that does not look good. So that kind of just takes all of the expectation out of it. If you sit down with the intention, now hear me out, sit down with the intention that today I'm going to make something ugly, so that you can overcome that hurdle already. You already have set yourself up to say, you know, whatever I do today, it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be great, but I'm going to embrace that. I'm going to embrace that moment of imperfection, of making bad art, and I'm going to use that as an opportunity to learn for the next time. So another reason why I really think it is important, why I think it's vital even to make bad art in our sketchbooks, is to build up your resilience. Artistic pursuits, like every creative endeavor, like anything in life really, is going to come with lots of ups and downs. So embracing the imperfections, embracing the bad art, teaches you to bounce back from setbacks and to keep going despite challenges, and understanding that the creative journey really is what it says. It's a journey. It's filled with ups and downs. It's not about the destination that you want to arrive to at being, a masterful artist, but it's about being the artist that you want to be. And really, to be honest with you, here's a little secret. I really don't think there is anything as bad art. There is anything as ugly art. I think all art is beautiful. I think all art has value. I think all art has something to add to your life or to the life of others. I think it's all a matter of perspective and expectations. Have you ever had a point where you made a piece of art, you painted something, you sketched something, and you hated it in that moment, but when you went back to it, maybe the next day or a few weeks after, you were like, what was I thinking about? What was my problem on that day? This is great. I think sometimes we bring a lot of that pressure, that external pressure from the world, maybe from our day, maybe we've had a bad day, and we bring it to our art table or wherever we sit down and make art, and we bring all of our external pressures there. But really, your creative session, your sketchbook session is really a time to let all of that go. So guys, my final reason for why I think it's important for every artist to make bad art in their sketchbook is to really teach you something about yourself, about who you are, not only as an artist, but as a person, really. I mean, I believe becoming an artist, being an artist, is not only a creative journey, it's really a self-love journey. It's really learning to love what you make, not comparing yourself to anyone else and what they make and what they might do in their journey, but really loving yourself and what comes through the creative process, through that inspirational flow out of your hands onto the paper, and looking at it and saying, you know what, I love this because I made it, because it came from me. You know, I think sometimes when we are at our art table and we do, you know, bring all of those external expectations and pressures, you know, just take a moment, take a breath when you realize you're bringing all of those things, all of those worldly things to the table. Just take a breath, a deep breath, in and out, and just let it go and say, you know what, I'm just going to let all that go right now and just do me. And really start to embrace who you are. I think in the creative process, you can learn a lot about your personality, about your setbacks, about the things that, you know, you need to improve on in your life. You may sit down that day and say, you know what, I really made a bad choice today when I did X, Y, or Z, when I did this or that, and tomorrow I'm going to do better. You know, maybe it's nothing that has to do with art at all. Maybe it's something in your life. I think sitting down and just making bad art, because making bad art is really about leaving yourself open to whatever may come, good, bad, or indifferent, and saying whatever happens today at this art table, I'm going to accept it. I'm going to embrace it. I'm not going to call it ugly. I'm not going to call it bad. I'm going to embrace it and say, this is what I did today, and I'm going to love it. I'm going to put it up on my wall. I'm not going to put it down under my pile of sketchbooks, under my papers. I'm not going to scratch it out. I'm not going to paint over it. I'm going to love it, and I'm going to embrace it. And I think it's really a part of, like I said, that self-love journey of loving yourself, right? Who you are and what you can do, what your individual specific talent is. Not anyone else. Not anyone else you see on social media, out in the world, not even, you know, what you see here on this channel. That's why I call this channel Home of Ren. It really was a place for me to find my creative home and say, this is what I love to make. And I hope by viewing my art on this channel, viewing my artistic journey, you can also say to yourself, you know what, I'm going to accept what I do. I'm going to find a home for my art, a home inside of me where I go, where I escape from the world, and I say, this is my art, this is mine. And put your initials on it, put your stamp on it, and accept it as your own unique, beautiful, individual art perspective. So I really hope you enjoyed this video today as I talked with you while I sat down and made a sketch in my sketchbook. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and to like this video. It just lets me know that you really enjoy these creative conversations that we love to have over here at Home of Ren. Thanks so much for watching, guys.